All right. I didn't really have a title for this poem. We'll just call it October, I guess. Old October, and it's not cold enough yet. Not cold enough to sit on windowsills dreaming. Not cold enough to wipe the frost off of panes and get wistful for summer weeds. And brazen women's with mouths agape. He went that way. Go get him. He went uptown. Old October is for moving further, dreaming further, renting further, paying further. You have to have money to be an American. That's no surprise. Fuck hope, you've got bills to pay. And fuck sentiment, because the memories are all some hot dream that you're embarrassed to tell anybody anyways. And October means Halloween and masks and surprise. And the children who don't watch the TV come to your door with their hand out and whisper trick or treat. And they don't know tricks. They don't know how to laugh and throw toilet paper. They don't know how to set your porch on fire, because it was on the TV. It was two kids, brilliant and dumb, lit that old woman's house on fire while she watched the 8 o'clock news and wept into her fingers that stretched wide like rough hammocks, holding the phone and notes from the clever plot of some detective show that involves rape and more rape. And she sat there and burned. October is rape. October is a slum. October is a gun that shoots November in the ass for being so goddamn disappointing. Kids get out in October, even if we don't. Kids get out and pound on doors. And they're not selling anything, they're just watching. And if you don't have anything for them, you don't have anything. You have a perm, you don't have anything. You have a wallet, and what do they call them? Golden doodle? Forget about it. Spray those kids with a hose. Wipe the pavement on your porch. Clean and baby sweat and groping, grabbing fingers. Because old October never means well. Unless you're dreaming and hoping and making your payments and giving your candy and your rent is on time.
Under the piles of bills I cannot afford to pay. The college term papers that never wrote themselves, and those 100,000 Bed Bath & Beyond 20% off flyers. A lover is still another person I have nothing in common with. The word love itself is a billboard with all our tallies marked on it, and this is not a game to me. This heart is pretty bruised, gently used. Nothing that I thought a heart is supposed to be. And yeah, it hurts to get that heart handed back to you time after time. It's a tender moment when you find yourself lying awake on the hardwood floors of your own house, too scared to sleep on your furniture because even the leather smells like a series of sin-soaked mistakes you'll never forgive yourself for, even when everyone else already has. It's hard enough to get through the soggy, broken heartbeats. If you're really listening, I need you to know that you did not do this to me. One day, these lips are going to open up again for more than just words. The ego that's wrapped around this heart will fall like it never has before. When it arrives, like these things tend to do sometimes, I will be poised. I will be humbled. I will be primed, and I will be brazen, and you did not do that to me either. A lover is still another person I have nothing in common with. The word love itself should be blown up, and we should all be right away rewired. You're the blanket I've had since that beach trip in 2003 that just reminds me of all the things I forgot to do with myself since then. You're a nightlight. Never bright enough to glow up anything in the whole room, just there to remind whoever is in it where the door is.
Up in Cleveland, I owe this man probably my career as a poet. There's a guy named Daniel Thompson. He died a while ago. It took him a long time to die. He was diagnosed with terminal cancer, but we had like 25 going away readings for him, and he would just keep rallying. But he did eventually die. And this poem is called Daniel Said, for Daniel Thompson, street poet of Cleveland, Ohio. Daniel said, a poet dies every 2 years in Cleveland, Ohio, whether they need to or not. Some are double-wick candles, flames meeting in center, coalescing into a blinding glint of a hypodermic needle, to be extinguished and buried on a hill overlooking a bankrupt steel mill. Some manufacture 22 caliber chakra escape hatches, blown open for cosmic ejection seats arcing over the Detroit Superior Bridge. Others merely appear deceased. Eyes shut behind horn rims, straitjacketed into academic tweed, riding in red radio flyer wagons, with the rubber removed from the tires so the rims sink unerringly with the tenure track. The younger become fodder, shot in the back by the cannon. Before they learn to run, others succumb to crustaceous parasites, sidewinding in their bloodstream, claws ticking at time as if it were decaying chicken on a fishing line. And right now, somewhere at this very instant, a soul with an empty stomach curls fetal in a recessed loading dock, face to the wall of the passerbys in a silent apology, while inside, soft-shell crab appetizer is served on cobalt blue triangle china to corporate suit and trophy wipe, while another poet dies. Right now, somewhere, a man with the mental capacity of a 6-year-old hums to himself on a rough wool blanketed cot, Nietzsche staring at a whitewashed cinder block house wall of another death row. At the exact same second, a wingtip Brooks Brother button-down auto executive crunches numbers, trying to decide whether the recall would be more expensive than the family's lawsuits. And another poet dies. Right now, at this very instant, somewhere, a child is being beaten with an orange extension cord by a parent that doesn't know any better. Right now, someone is giving hope. Someone does not turn the other cheek. Someone doesn't consider the least of his brothers. Someone loses the ability to believe in anything, and another poet dies. Right now, somewhere, someone fills a grocery bag with day-old donuts to feed the homeless, as he passes angelic through the junkyard debris, ranting elegies of compassion, pisses on the bronze castings of the capitalists, all humanity's good that they have pissed away for nothing. Right now, a poet still famous in our neighborhood, still dear to our hearts, shines his shoes and prepares to walk across the sky.